So this trip to Norway was kind of a special one. It was our first of what we call a post-vacation trip that turned into a tradition. In the planning stages of the trip, there was originally four people who were supposed to go, but two flaked on me and Brandon, even after the apartment was already booked, so we had to pay the difference. I took that as an L, and the trip didn't even start yet. I was living in Italy at the time, so a day before the trip, I stayed a night at Brandon's house, who lived in Germany at the time, as kind of the layover spot. Brandon didn't believe in turning on the heat, so I was freezing. It was only August too. Yeah, Germany weather's pretty crappy. It's midnight, and I'm going in and out of sleep, and Brandon's still packing for the trip. He only got 2 hours of sleep because we had an early flight to catch. Midway while Brandon was driving to the airport, it seemed as if he was nodding off at the wheel, so that's when I took over and started zooming to the airport. We got to the airport, and I didn't have a printout of my ticket, and Ryanair charges to breathe. So I got hit with a €30 charge for that, and a €50 charge for checking in a bag. That equals the third L of the trip, and I haven't even seen Norway yet. The flight to Norway was smooth. Crazy thing is, at the airport, we saw a clay statue of a black male in between two white women, and we knew it was about to go down. While at the airport, we started scoping out the women. After we grabbed our bags, we grabbed a taxi, and I was looking out the window Fresh Prince style the whole way to our apartment. We finally got to our 4-bedroom apartment. It was dope as hell, but it was also empty as hell as well. Once again, I'm looking like the Fresh Prince in that empty-ass living room. We freshened up, then we proceeded to walk around the city, got some dope pictures, did the tourist thing and all that good stuff. Our homegirl Val was supposed to be our tour guide and show us around, but she wasn't in town that weekend due to some last minute stuff she had, so that was kind of a bummer. We went out that night. We had no idea where was a good spot to go to that night, but we made the best of it. But it was nothing eventful to speak about. Later that evening, we met with our friend Victoria, who we met earlier that summer, and she brought along two friends of hers. They took us to the Hard Rock Cafe, and I bought all five of us drinks, which ended up costing $135. After the Hard Rock, they took us to a club, and we were all at the club. Me and BJ somehow got split from them, and we didn't see them again. The club was pretty good. As I'm wandering around the club, I go to the last place I saw BJ, and the next thing I know, BJ is cooped up with a chick named Penella. Penella was dope to talk to. She saw the night was fading fast, and I was still wandering around, so she bagged a random chick for me. Penella and the random chick were speaking in Norwegian to each other, and the next thing I know, the four of us were headed back to Penella's apartment. While in the taxi, I put my gold chain around the random chick in the taxi, which turned out to be a terrible decision later. When we got to Penella's apartment, she poured us all tequila shots, and we all toasted. And when everybody was taking their shot, I poured mine out, thinking, nah, I ain't trying to black out. BJ and Penella's chemistry was popping, while I'm over here talking to a brick wall, spending the hardest game of my life at this random chick. But she seemed really reluctant to talk to me when we was at Penella's place. Soon after, BJ and Penella started kissing, so I was like, shit. You know how they say 80-20? Well, I went 95%. Damn near did a chest bump with the chick. Penella took BJ right to her room and threw BJ on the bed, and the door was still open, so I was looking from the couch. Penella dropped them pants and had on some shorts that would make a gay man say, God damn. She then closed the door. It was just me and the random chick. I started talking, and the next thing I remember is that she ran up out the apartment with my gold chain on. I went to go get it, but to no avail. I eventually got it back the next day because Penella called her. Needless to say, after all the L's and the attempted theft, I still enjoy Norway, but I got some unfinished business to handle.